Well, many health conditions that lead to the need for a transplant, like diabetes or hypertension, happen in greater numbers among multicultural populations. And happening this week, an awareness campaign created to honor prior minority donors and their families. I'm joined with Alma with the Nevada Donor Network. Good morning. Thank you so much for being here. I know it's a little bit early, but
No, thank you. Thank you for having us.
So tell us a little bit about what you, the awareness week that's going on right now. It starts on Monday, right?
Yes, so it's a National Minority Donor Awareness Week. It launches from August 1st to August 7th, and it's a moment to honor our multicultural donor heroes and their families. It's also to highlight the importance and the critical need to those from multicultural descents to register as organ, eye, and tissue donors.
And why is it so important to kind of bring awareness to this topic? Because I think when people think about donors, they don't necessarily think that some minority groups need it more than others.
Yeah, so there's illnesses like diabetes and hypertension that tend to be more prevalent in the minority community and ultimately will lead to the need of a transplant.
And so this week is kind of highlighting donors and their families. And you actually personally are a family. Your family has experienced this as well with your son.
Yes, I have a 10-year-old boy now who was diagnosed with restrictive cardiomyopathy at the age of 15 months old. So he was on the waiting list for 4 months. He received his heart transplant at 18 months old.
And what were those 4 months like for your family, just kind of waiting to hear if he would get that transplant?
It's devastating wait and the agony. And also we take in consideration what actually happens for us to receive this life-saving gift. So I can tell you firsthand that we are forever grateful for the donors and their families.
Yeah, and so you are able to relate to all these families and these minority donors because of your own experience.
Right. So I'm Hispanic, so I'm considered a minority, and I know what it is firsthand to have the need for it.
Can you explain why registration is so low for minorities?
It's the education and the sensitivity of the subject. It's not a very easy subject to swallow in the minority community. We don't tend to be open to the registration, but also it's very, very important to have that conversation because death is a natural part of life. Death will happen. So it's good for those families to know and have the options and the choices of what comes when the time does come.
And so you guys are holding a back-to-school clothing drive as part of this awareness kind of campaign. Can you talk about that drive?
Yes, so as part of the outreach, Nevada Donor Network will be launching their back-to-school drive, and it will serve as a pay it forward, more so that connects with the mission as pay life forward and registering as organ, eye, and tissue donors.
So we just had some information up there on the screen for you guys. They do need clothes of all sizes and all types, right, for this drive?
Yes, K through 12.
K through 12. There's another look at the information right there. The drive is going on all month long. Awareness Week is next week. Just shedding light on the fact that registration is so low for minorities when it comes to donor registration. So thank you so much for coming here and sharing your experience and a little bit more information about the Donor Awareness Week.
Thank you so much.
All right, we'll be right back after the break.